just about ready to go. Mere seconds to go until this the first jam begins and this bout gets underway. And like you said, really, oh, 1 second.
All right, here we go. Jamming for Tilted Thunder. That's number 96, All of You Die. And let's see, I think that is She Deviled Egg. Yes, that is Egg. She Deviled Egg jamming for LA. We're perhaps holding for some scoreboard shenanigans. Just, get really low in your derby position, get your legs real tired before the game even starts.
All right. Underway we go.
Ooh, All of You Die really working her way to the front. Gets out lead in turn 1. And She Deviled Egg is fighting against a strong 2-wall of Tilted Thunder.
Olive now looking high, trying to get by on the rail and gets blocked down.
A lot of great recycling from LA though, but Olive gets out on a full scoring pass.
So, out of the pack now comes She Deviled Egg for LA. Olive's going to get a second scoring attempt here.
Ooh, gets taken to the infield by, I'm assuming that's penetration, just based on the way that she hit and also her makeup.
That is correct.
Thank you.
So, 6 points off the first jam for Tilted Thunder and All of You Die. There goes Hannah Roll Lecturer for Tilted Thunder.
Who also apparently goes by Hanny. So we're good. We can just call her Hanny and we're good. It's not confusing. And that's Oblivion Westwood on the jammer line and out. Lead very quickly.
Hanny out as well on the pursuit for Tilted Thunder.
LA is trying to keep some points. I see She's is keeping Skeletori in the back. And Oblivion gets some points and calls it off. I'm anxious. My heart is racing. I don't know why. Well, I've had a lot of caffeine, and I love roller derby.
My heart is racing. I don't know why. I have drank a lot of stimulant.
I've had a lot of caffeine, and I just love roller derby, and it makes me anxious.
And we're right off. Oh, look at this. Right off the bat. Third jam of the game. We got a power jam for Tilted Thunder. That's Ellophobia. Yes.
My teammate on the Trans Agenda.
Ellophobia out there.
Also been skating bank track roller derby for like a million years.
Right. Long time, well-known competitor on their minors team, the Peeps, for a long time, and then graduated and now doing good things in the adult league and multiple teams. Ella's
almost out, but some recycling, but they are out of play in the front and had to let Ella go. Ella's coming around for some points.
LA breaks the goad, so LA's
doing a great job at running the accordion.
Yeah, so far.
Ooh, except for, see, this is the, I guess the risk of running the accordion is that if you're not running in a wall, by the time the jammer gets there, it doesn't matter that you're keeping it fast if they can just weave on through.
Right, absolutely. Excellent, astute observation.
Thank you.
Ella now is going to get knocked down. Good block there by the pivot for LA. Comes off the track too, but that's not a problem. Everybody went up in the infield. Kind of really sapped all the momentum out of Ella.
Yeah, they really stole Ella's speed, which is, I mean, what you want as a blocker.
Yep, now they've got that 4-wall all together at the front of the pack, and they're going to spin Ella around, and Ella will, I believe the clock ran out is what happened there. So we'll check the score from the infield. That early power jam for Tilted Thunder.
And it looks like we've got a failure to reform on Tilted Thunder. We did have a request in the Twitch chat to read out the penalties, so I will try to be better about that.
Oh, we will do the best we can. The Twitch
I know,
chat
sometimes
must understand that I am completely blind.
Yes,
and
so
I
will try my best
to
do that, and if I forget, I'm sorry.
Mary later.
Oh, and that's Chance the Lapper on the jammer line. Speaking of my teammates on the Trans Agenda, jamming, by the way, and Skeletori, who is on one of our home teams here.
That's right. So
Chance the Lapper is lead, by the way, coming around for some points.
Chance got out, was able to kind of started to go high around that last Tilted Thunder blocker and then duck to the inside. Excellent move.
Fun fact, Chance the Lapper's birthday was last weekend.
Hey.
Last year it was during Chingadera, but luckily this year it is not. They got a break on their birthday.
Little
Tori's
bump
out,
there,
not lead.
Yeah, I was going to say Tori kind of delivered an elbow into Chance and knocked Chance off, then took off.
I will say Tori is one of the people who I think is the best at the sneaky star stash, the like take off the helmet cover long enough that you kind of forget that she's jamming,
Right.
and then you kind of just accidentally let her go.
Right. That is, yeah, I was going to say, from up here, I would say Tori does take the star off and executes that well.
It looks like we have a lot of penalties on LA, but I can't quite see what. A lot of directionals and an arms. I'm
We
so
have
sorry.
5 blockers out there for LA. Now we figured it out. Down to 2.
This is a great scoring opportunity for Tilted Thunder, and that's all of you die on the jammer line for Tilted Thunder.
And that's going to be Baby V out there, Vanessa Bludgeons for
Yeah, and
LA.
Olive gets out right away. But Baby V gets out very soon after.
Yeah, following the lead of Sheezus, they're opening a path like a fullback, just driving through the pack. So now...
And Sheezus just destroys Olive to the infield.
Great block
As Sheezus
again.
does.
Sheezus wielding that pivot stripe with authority at the front of the pack.
I cannot speak for what LA strategy is, but I will say I know at least here, we often, if you're down to 2, you either commit to all O or all D, and often all O. And I'm going to assume that's what LA did, which was a great strategy for them because they got their jammer out and they are able to prevent multiple scoring passes.
Yep, we're under 10 minutes to go here in the first quarter. 19-6 Tilted Thunder in the very early going.
And we have Slam and Amazon on the jammer line for LA and La Katrina for Tilted Thunder. A very spread out pack happening. Yeah, Slam and Amazon gets lead in turn 2.
La Katrina is at the back of the pack and has at least...
I know. I was very confused at what was happening with that pass. And I think everyone was, and that allowed Slam and Amazon to just kind of skate by and get a lot of points.
Yeah, very much so. The star has been passed for Tilted Thunder. Hannah Roll Lecturer is taken over as jammer and is now going to get clear, able to dance over that sliding block from the LA
Yeah,
blocker.
I will also say some beautiful O by, I think that is Jezahel played some amazing O.
So now up to the pack to do one more scoring pass for LA. Yeah, loudly from the bench.
Yeah, I was
calling it
going to
off
say,
for
I
Slam
can
and
hear, like
Amazon.
they're right next to me, people screaming, call it. Oh, a jammer penalty,
heard
though. Oh, double jammer down.
I was going to say LA was
So,
lining up for a power jam.
it was a stopping on 712, Tilted Thunder's jammer, and an arms on Slam and Amazon. So if you are not used to Bank Track Roller Derby, if both jammers get a penalty, someone's got to skate. So both jammers sit as a blocker.
Is indeed correct, and you saw down there they had Hannah Roll Lecturer take off that star and tossed it back to the bench before the jam could start.
Allophobia gets out right away, like
Yep.
so fast.
Worth mentioning that LA did take the lead during that last jam, 20-19, so we've had a lead change.
Very, very close game. Allophobia,
Look out.
runs into their teammate, Chance, their ex-teammate, I guess. Oh, hold on, everyone. You got to watch Amelia Bearhart. I need to know if they're going to do the thing. Are they doing the thing? Yeah!
They always do the thing. Are you kidding me? That's
I
why,
turned the
that's why
microphone
it's
off
the
so I
thing.
didn't
They
scream
always
into
do
the
the thing. It wouldn't be the thing if they didn't do the thing.
I turned the microphone off when I screamed, just for you guys. No one wants to hear that.
So it's Amelia Bearhart, number 25 for Tilted Thunder. Oblivion Westwood for LA, and Oblivion Westwood is out.
I'm Amelia Bearhart's biggest fan.
So is several skaters are. I'll tell you in a second about
Look,
Nightmare being
Yeah,
her biggest
it's
fan
just
as well.
I'm Amelia Bearhart's biggest fan, and that's fine. Nightmare and I can fight about it.
So Oblivion Westwood they're racing along the inside for LA, finishes the scoring pass.
Yeah, gonna force that call, or no, scoring pass.
Not yet, yep.
I just got distracted by my love for Amelia Bearhart. I just assumed she was lead, but it's fine. Amelia Bearhart now taking a break to play some jammer defense.
22 seconds left on the jam clock as Oblivion Westwood gets through the pack. So now Amelia Bearhart definitely going to line up to play jammer defense back there being pinned in. However, that 2 wall of LA blockers is able to hold her in at the back of the pack, and Oblivion Westwood watches and calls it off. So
I
it's
am also a very big fan of Sheezus. I just feel like that's worth mentioning. Sheezus is it's a very fun to watch as a blocker.
Yes. So what was going to be mentioned is that here is Night Mary wearing number 225 because Night Mary wears 25, and as we were talking about before the bout, there's 225s out there. So Night Mary for Tilted Thunder.
And that is 818, which is Valley Hurl, who I have never seen skate before, I don't think.
I was going to say first time for me seeing new skaters when these teams come to town.
Also, I apologize, Twitch chat. I didn't say any of the penalties, and there were a lot of them. I'm so sorry.
Yes.
Mary's out lead, though. Yay, Mary.
Yeah, Mary was able to fight through those blockers and just kind of bully through and get out, and is out and clear for Tilted Thunder.
And there goes Valley Hurl, though, out, going to force that call off.
Mary is...
I just heard the phrase, "that's your jammer," from a ref. That's not a good sign.
Yep. Excellent blocking at the back of the pack by Jane Woe with the pivot stripe on for Los Angeles to hold Night Mary up.
Guys, but Night Mary got a penalty. She got an arms. And I'm disappointed in her. So Mary got a arms, and then someone on LA got an illegal procedure.
So this is
But I'm not, that could be a lot of different things, the illegal procedure, so who knows?
This is going to result in a power jam.
Chance the Lapper is jamming.
That's right.
They get so low that sometimes you can't tell Chance the Lapper is jamming, but they are.
Full complement of blockers.
LA is doing a great job keeping a goat in the back.
Yeah, already right off the outset. They're barely out of the pivot box, and they've got that skater goated thoroughly.
Yeah, and Tilted Thunder has to let Chance go.
So LA committing completely to the goat at the back of the pack, and they're going to let Chance kind of fight that three-wall themselves.
Oh, and Chance just weaves through beautifully. I love you, Chance. Chance, you're my hero.
Those blockers were back in play about a second after Chance got through there, so well timed by the LA offense. And
Chance gets taken to the infield by Skeletori.
So Chance gets up.
LA is making their move, perhaps, to throw some hits. Play a little bit more active offense.
Chance gets up again behind Hannah Roll Lecturer and is going to get fought off to the infield one more time. So good defense on the front end there by 7-12 Hannah Roll Lecturer.
And let's see, a fair amount of points for LA.
Yep.
9 points to LA, bringing them up to 44. Tilted Thunder 23. And a lot of penalties. Wait, can I see it again? Thank you. 2 stoppings, it looks like, on 712, and then a stopping and a directional on 2 LA skaters. And that is All of You Die and Baby V on the jammer line for their respective teams. Both of them taking the same exact path. We've got a jammer race.
Baby V is not going to call it away.
Yes, she did. I was like, you jinxed it.
Yeah, drifted to the outside slightly. Olive had the inside there, and Baby V calls it off.
Baby V was like, Clifton said I'm not going to call it. Let's do it right now to make him wrong.
Correct. Exactly. Let's make the announcer say wrong things.
Well, and you know, I will say as a skater, I literally can never hear what the announcers are saying.
I know, exactly, which is a good thing.
Yeah,
honestly.
You don't want to hear us, I'm going to be honest.
Nobody should be listening to me at any point.
Slam and Amazon on the jammer line, by the way.
And that's Carnia Slata for the first time.
It is. I don't know if that's true. Is it?
Yes.
It is. You're right. I'm so sorry. I was looking at the wrong roster.
That's all right. Your captain, Carnia Slata, is out there for Tilted Thunder and weaves through and gets out. Your LA Jammer was being held in by the last blocker, but gets out and kind of follows Carney to the front.
And a second jammer race ends a second scoreless jam.
Yep. Carnia Slata calls it off. Slammin' Amazon was right there. There will be just slightly more than 2 minutes to go in the first quarter when this jam gets underway.
And it seems like perhaps a completely empty penalty box. Good job, guys. Look at us go.
So another first-time jammer for Tilted Thunder. This is number 211, Dope.
And then I believe that's She Doubled Egg.
It is.
Just based on vibes, but who knows.
And gets blocked off to the inside.
Yeah, by Elaphobia.
Yes, and around the outside goes Dope. Dope is your lead jammer for Tilted Thunder. LA Jammer still not out as Dope is making her way around.
Yeah, Dope literally shouted about getting lead in our direction. She seemed shocked but happy, which is same. And a panty pass to Chance. Chance the Lapper is now the jammer.
So at the back of the pack, Dope is just really trying to grind through and get hips in front of as many skaters as she can, and then finally calls it off with Chance the Lapper coming in with a full head of steam at the back of the pack.
Ooh, LA really just getting in that Tilted Thunder wall. Gandalf the Cray is just like, I'm here. I'm part of your wall now. Don't mind me.
Yeah, it looks
and
like
a directional block on number 39, by the way.
looks like Dope was only able to get 1 point trying to grind through the pack there. So great job by the LA blockers keeping themselves away from the jammer. That is Skeletori for Tilted Thunder.
And Oblivion Westwood, who is out in turn 1, out very quickly. Skeletori is following her through, though. Just a nice little dance on the coping. Oblivion is coming to score some points. I was like, they got to be out of play soon. But Oblivion is not calling it off, I think.
Tori coming in late is going to be looking for points.
2 points for
Tori gets
Skeletori. Good job, Tori. Way to pick up those points at the end.
4 points for LA, so net gain
Yes,
of 2
LA
for
does still have the net gain, which is great.
Yes.
We got number 96 and number 97 on the jammer line.
Excellent.
And a directional block on number 305. So it's, by the way, all of you die and Slam and Amazon on the jammer line. Just in case you don't have everyone's numbers memorized. Slam and Amazon out very quickly on the low going into turn 1.
Quarter clock is looking to expire. There's only 14 seconds left. So this could be our last jam of the quarter. We'll see. Maybe not. Olive's out now. So Olive's going to try to force the call off, which would save time for another jam.
And
Weaving
Slam and
through the
Amazon
pack.
does a great job following their O.
And Slam and Amazon may have just called it in time. That's the second straight jam. The LA bench has been shouted to be heard.
Yeah, I will say there is a little bit of lack of jammer awareness. I don't mean to say this in a rude way.
Yeah, no,
I'm trying to think of a
understand what
way
you're
that
saying.
sounds
Yeah,
like
yeah.
not insulting, because
I
it happens.
understand.
I
No,
do that all the
completely.
time
Right,
when
yeah.
you're like not paying attention.
Anyhow, but yeah.
I'm like obsessively trying to figure out where the other jammer is.
Same thing, though. Same thing in that jam. 2 for Tilted Thunder and 4 for LA. So Tilted Thunder cuts that scoring from the jam in half. We have approached the quarter break. Your score at the moment is 52-28. LA is in front. LA has really put on a run there at the end of the quarter. It was tied in the mid-20s. So we will step aside for a brief break. Sandy, you got a piece of paper in your hand.
I do. I just wanted to tell you that Mimi Mahler is having a sticker fundraiser to help support her trip to the Roller Derby World Cup. She will be skating and representing Team Fuego Latino. Find Mimi this weekend at the Hall of Dames. Mimi, start waving. Mimi, wave really big. Okay, but bigger than that. Okay. To purchase a Mimi sticker, or you can find the order form on her Instagram at MIMLER_22. All right, we are back to the action.
Back to it we go. 15.
And we have a directional block, by the way, on an LA skater. And that is Olive and someone else whose name I can't see.
That's she-devil.
Is it Egg? Okay,
That's Egg.
at this point, braided pigtails, it's Egg. I get it.
Yep. All right, there we go. Olive is, Olive almost clear. Almost clear.
LA running a very interesting right off the line tactic of
Olive,
like running to the front to split the pack.
Yeah,
and it seems to have worked. I've never seen anyone do that before.
You heard me say Olive is clear and then just ran squarely into 39.
Ooh.
Couple skaters down, getting out of the way.
And it seems like LA's strategy really worked for them.
Yeah.
Because it seems like it may have been a 0-0. Yeah, it was a 0-0 jam.
Yeah, I was going to say right off that was Bucket out in front that I was kind of not expecting. I saw Olive break free, and Olive ran squarely.
Well, and a lot
Bucket.
of penalties on Tilted Thunder,
including a jammer penalty.
Yeah, so, and it seems like some of them were failures. So, like, when LA ran, Tilted Thunder didn't realize, and so they also drew some penalties. An interesting strategy. I'm a fan.
So here we go. Power Jam for Los Angeles. That's number 5515. That is
Baby V.
Baby V.
Ooh, yeah. So a lot of penalties. A low block, an illegal procedure on the jammer. Interesting. I wonder what it was. Baby V gets out right away in turn 1.
I wonder if it's related to the call off. I'd figure if it was.
It depends. You can also a false start is also so there's a lot of things it could be.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to speculate, but Jesus playing some great offense, just really opening that hole for Baby V, who's just skating laps at this point.
Baby V up to the pack now, slow moving pack, and it's going to go weave up into the pack, go up to the high side, get pinned to the rail briefly, but then shakes clear and finishes that scoring pass.
I don't mean to just keep talking about how amazing Jesus is, but like truly the way, like Tori slowed down Baby V for a second, and Jesus just was like, no, I'm on the low now. This is the space for my jammer.
And gets down to the infield, gets up, kind of looks back, I think checking to see if she was behind the blocker. That
I will say, I actually don't think Baby V ever came off the track.
Yeah.
Tori hit her, but did not commit to the hit enough to actually take her to the infield.
Good. Okay, good call. I was going to say also with Jesus, I can actually say there's a skater in a different league who I have met and consider a friend. Jesus was helping with the AV at Battle on the Bank and got to talking about just like,
we have, by the way, a directional block on Oblivion Westwood.
Ended up being a 15-point power jam for Los Angeles.
Great jam for LA. We have Night Mary on the jammer line for Tilted Thunder, and that's Slam and Amazon. Mary and Slam and Amazon out.
So Mary now on the pursuit. Slam and Amazon's got about a quarter track lead, is going to try to get back to the pack.
Jezahel doing a great job. Ooh.
Tried to get off, tried to call it off, but was off the track when that happened.
Mary
that
was an odd time.
Yeah,
because
we will.
I'm not going to say anything because I am not a referee. And we have Skeletori on the jammer line and Chance the Lapper. You can tell because you can't see them anymore.
Hearing a illegal procedure on Jane Woe.
Power.
And now I hear Power O.
So, as far as what I am guessing, Slam and Amazon came off, tried to call it off, got back on. They were not lead anymore, called it off. The refs blew the whistle.
I would agree
and
with
so that is an illegal call off.
There we are. Okay. On it. Now, here comes.
But
Never
now
mind.
I don't know what's happening.
Penalty rescinded.
And that's okay.
Chant shrugs. And usually when you see a skater come back out and shrug and smile at
that
you,
means
there's
no
going to be an
knows.
OTO.
So the refs are going to talk about it. There is some weird stuff going on. I will say as a skater, this is something that seems odd, but it is the rules in that you're like, oh, I called it off, and the referee blew the whistle when they shouldn't. Still a penalty on you, whether or not. Yeah, so it's like, just in case, because you don't want to be like tricking the referees. So sometimes you're like, maybe they shouldn't have blown the whistle. But you're like, it's the rules. It's not a lot you can do about that.
So in the honor of this official timeout and in honor of Sam Antics from Roller Rage, I would like to say that this is now an HOTTOTOO. They
Referee
have
was doing
called
that.
an OTO.
Referee was doing that literally all scrimmage.
Right.
It was, and Yes, no, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. He was also doing some high kicks. I'm a little
All right, so let's
upset there. I see no high kicks from Refi.
brief game reset. We have had a challenge called by Tilted Thunder, so we will wait and see if that is a points challenge or a penalty challenge. I would guess probably a penalty challenge. I have the whiteboard will pop up here.
Yes,
They're
I will
writing on the
say
whiteboard as we speak.
I heard Mary talking down
Yeah.
there. Did Mary get a penalty perhaps that they're challenging? No.
So
Good job,
Tilted-
Mary.
Tilted Thunder picked up 3, and LA picked up 2. Is
They're
what we're
challenging
looking at the
points,
moment.
it
They are
seems like.
challenging points. They'll probably call for the eyes a moment. Yeah, I was going to say head on down. There they go, the eyes. All right, so points challenge according to Mary. We'll check that out. We will get you some of our tournament
Yeah, I will say,
mentions.
I would like to talk about our vendor village. There's a
Absolutely.
lot of great stuff happening in the vendor village. So, Oh My Quad Skate Shop is there. If you need any gear, you break a lace, go to Oh My Quad this weekend. We have Raven Sweet Haven. That's a bakery, and all of the baked goods look so delicious. Okay, will say we have some people saying currently very good. Midway Magic has their merch out there, so if you want to pick up some Midway Magic merch, you can go to the vendor village. And then finally, we have Green Irish Moon, who is selling homemade skate accessories, handmade skate
Neat.
accessories.
We also have, we are collecting for our tournament charity. This is MASH, that's MCSO, Maricopa County Sheriff's Office, which you're in Maricopa County. Maricopa County Sheriff's Office Animal Safe Haven is MASH. We're collecting donations for animals rescued from abuse and neglect. Your contributions will help provide care and comfort to these animals while they await a safe future.
Yeah,
So,
and they are also in the vendor village. So
Yeah,
while you're
also in the
checking
vendor
out
village.
some cool stuff.
you can bring down donations, of course, pet type donations. We'll be taking those here. If you are here today, coming tomorrow, if you're listening to us and coming down for the last bout today, be sure to bring a couple things and drop them off here as we're taking donations for MASH. Maraschino Cherry is what I literally almost said. Maricopa County Sheriff's Office Animal Safe Haven. I do word with face mouth.
I talk professionally, in theory. Also, I just want to give a quick shout out to the Twitch chat because I love you, Twitch. If you haven't already, please follow us on Twitch if you're watching online. And if you want access to our really sweet subscriber-only emotes, you can subscribe. That's a hard word for me, apparently. But you can subscribe. You can get our sweet Disco Skate emotes. All praise the Disco Skate. And if you have Amazon Prime, you get one free Twitch subscription every month through Amazon Prime. So if you have Amazon Prime and you're not doing anything with that free Twitch subscription, all that money goes straight to us.
Right. And every subscription and every follow boosts eyeballs and puts you higher up where random people will see it. So yeah, I mean, follows are free. We always
Also,
say.
it makes me, as head of AV, look good.
See, exactly.
So-
Make Sandy look good.
As a favor to me. Anyway, so it is a power. There was an illegal procedure called on Slam and Amazon.
Yeah, so the points
What we
did
described
stand.
earlier.
Unsuccessful challenge.
Unsuccessful
Point stand
challenge.
is called. So
And LA is also down a skater. So it is a power for Tilted Thunder and pack advantage.
Skeletori at the jammer line for Tilted Thunder, one of our home team skaters that's helping them field the full roster here. And Tori's going to bounce around and get kind of ridden down to the infield
Yeah,
by penetration.
beautiful recycling from LA on that.
And still recycling. Tori's just trying to get him out of play and just barely stayed in play, but did. Penetration is really doing work in there right now, and then takes a tumble. Tori
gets up faster though, and that's all that matters. Tori is out.
Right. However,
LA cut 30 seconds off that clock though, right? So that's some great defensive work from LA. Ooh, a rough tumble from Tori. Oh, a beautiful offensive hit though from Tilted Thunder. Oh, but Tori comes off the track.
6 seconds to go. Tori is going to try to make sure she does indeed get past those out of play blockers to finish that scoring pass as the clock expires.
It looks like I wonder what this little hand symbol from LA means, or is it just like, I don't know, something was happening. Directional block on number 818 and a failure to reform on number 428 for Tilted Thunder.
This is all of you die at the jammer line for Tilted Thunder. That's Oblivion Westwood that was calling out instructions to the pack.
Someone just subscribed to our Prime subscribed to our Twitch. It looks like it's No Fox Given, who I met at Roller Rage. Thank you.
That
oh
is
my
awesome.
goodness.
All right, there we go.
You're
Oblivion
my new
Westwood.
favorite. Thank you.
Out and clear for LA is going to run right up into a wall of blockers. Olive gets clear on the front. And
yeah, a jammer race happening.
Yep, trying to keep the jammer point away. Olive now is going to really get the speed on, and Oblivion Westwood has to call it off. All of you die definitely pretty swift.
Yeah, well, and I will also say now LA is really pushed their lead forward a fair amount, and so trying to run some clock management is not a bad idea this time.
Right, indeed. So we'll have about 9:20 to go in the half. Yes, the half. I can count. 73-36. Your LA score. Man, I'm gonna let you talk, Sandy.
That's fair. LA is down 1, by the way. There was an arms on Baby V, and that is Hannah Roll Lecture on the jammer line for Tilted Thunder getting a lead, but right behind them is someone. Oh, it's Sonia Sotomayor. I should have known that.
Sonia Sotomayor jamming for the first time for LA and forcing the call off as they both got out.
This is really cute. Look at you guys. Elaphobia and Chance the Lapper are on the jammer line.
That's right.
Teammates, friendship.
Both skaters on the trans agenda with
me.
Sandra Slay O'Connor next to me.
Oh my
Fantastic
goodness.
Times. Just saw all them skate together at Roller Rage. I got to go down there and cheer for them one time. That was great. There we are.
Oh, but Chance gets lead pretty fast. They're pretty fast though. But Elaphobia is about a quarter? A third?
Length of the straightaway behind.
Yeah.
And
Elaphobia is just so tall, though. I feel like they can really stride and get in there. Oh!
Chance
is so talented.
Yeah, right
Did
up
you
between
see that?
a couple of blockers.
I know them. Yeah, Chance really just like hit the seam, burst through that wall, called it off, full 4 points. Talented. That's Skeletori on the jammer line for Tilted Thunder.
That is going to be
Baby V.
Vanessa Bludgeons, which I do love as a name as well. Full pack, nobody in the penalty box after that quick call off. And
a beautiful hit to the low by 57.
Right.
That was Scardu Valley. And Tori's out, lead, looking to score some points.
LA Jammer out as well, so Tori catches up to the pack and trying to outrun a couple of blockers. Again, the LA recycling, just fantastic. LA constantly having somebody else in front of the jammer.
Yeah, LA has a great recycling game. I feel like Tori also did a great job really hitting that seam, bursting through, picking up her points, and calling it off. Some great play from both teams. Oh no, but 2 penalties on Tilted Thunder. That is a stopping on Amelia Bearhart and an arms on Scardu Valley.
So we have Jane Woe jamming for the first time for LA, and that's going to be Dope, number 211 for Tilted Thunder.
And Jane Woe just runs on the low. Olive really tried to throw that hit, but could not quite make it. And a successful panty pass from Tilted Thunder. Ooh.
Getting it on is Olive.
Jane Woe
managed to getting it tugged on there.
Kind of wrecked their own skater. But when it's your own team, it's not a penalty. See, I know that's She Deviled Egg now. I know it. I know it just by looking at your hair. An illegal block, by the way, on number 76.
Score at the moment, 80-40. Your jammer for Tilted Thunder is going to be number 100, La Katrina.
What a nice score, 40-80.
Yeah, nice rounded score, and along the inside.
Egg is out really fast. You got any egg puns for us, Clifton? I feel like you do. I'm actually surprised I haven't heard one yet today.
Yeah, well, it's a slow boil.
There
Meanwhile,
we
along
go.
the inside goes number 606. There's She Deviled Egg. Gonna roll on down the hill there.
It really looked like She Deviled Egg just like stared me straight in the eyes as she came around, but I'm sure they were just trying to look at how much time was left.
Here comes She Deviled Egg now, and is going to weave around the outside, call it off.
Ooh, for I think the first time this afternoon, we have number 39 skating for LA. That is Bucket.
I would agree with that. Bucket's first time jamming, although has been playing very good defense here in the first half, and that is going to be All of You Die once again for Tilted Thunder.
And we have a penalty on each side, so it's 3-3, a directional block on Amelia Bearhart, and something else on someone. A stopping on number 218. Oh, penetration.
Olive looking for an opening around to the outside and just ran into another LA blocker. Great
Yeah,
blocking
that
again
was
from LA.
I thought I knew who that was, but I do not. I'm so sorry.
We did see 305 up there. That is Gandalf the Cray.
I know. It was 4:30 that I saw. It was Oblivion Westwood throw a great hit to Olive.
Olive now catching up to the pack on a scoring pass. The LA blockers are trying to play keep away. Olive knocked into the rail and calls it off.
Olive almost fell out of the track there.
Olive took that kick plate at the very base of the spine and is going to head to the penalty box.
And she got a penalty.
That, yeah.
Add insult to injury. And arms.
Morning Madness going to come over and check on her right now. Olive is really, really hurting at this point. And that's something, I mean, I've seen Olive take some hits and just bounce right up. So
yeah, give her 10 minutes. She'll be fine.
Yeah, well, true. They're going to put an ice pack on that. It must have really just clocked that spine. It was just above the tailbone.
That's the only penalty, it seems. So it's a 4-4 power jam with Jane Woe running out on the low very quickly.
So the pack's going to line up now. They've got LA has got two walls.
Doing a great job. Keeping them separated. I think Jane Woe was like, they know I'm going to try to go to the high, and so try to go to the low, and it did not work out for them.
It was an excellent block at the back of the pack by Amelia Bearhart, being actively held in place by two blockers and still managed to get herself out there and get that block to knock the jammer off stride. 26 seconds left in this power jam.
Really nice weave. Yeah, there we go, Jane Woe. Beautiful weaving. And again, LA doing a great job keeping Tilted Thunder separated. Tilted Thunder also doing a good job walling up in the front now, though. But they slowed down Jane Woe's momentum, right? Because they had a nice, strong 3-wall in the front. Jane Woe fighting against Amelia Bearhart, but they were out of play. It was split pack. I'm not sure what happened there.
Jane Woe is going to spin around to the bench and is now going to go to the penalty box. I thought I heard a "That's Your Jammer." However, Los Angeles is going to challenge, so we can educate a guess that they're probably challenging the jammer penalty, but we'll find out for sure.
Probably.
Yeah, we will find out. They're getting a penalty from the OPR.
There's a lot of penalties on the whiteboard for LA, though.
Yes.
A lot.
So right now it's 104-44. I doubt the score is going to change. 104-44.
Hey,
LA.
Clifton.
Yeah.
You love stats and memorizing things about skaters. I have no idea, partially because I don't know these skaters very well. Do you think anyone is close to, does anyone have a worrying amount of penalties to you? Is there anyone who you've I've heard that number a lot, get a lot of penalties?
No, because I can't really hear penalties get dropped and I can't see the whiteboard.
Cool, just checking.
Yeah, so no idea.
Great, love that for us.
We can check at halftime, though. They've invited me to come down at halftime and check the penalty books.
Cool, we'll do that. That's a great idea, Clifton.
Thank you.
There's a reason why I keep you around.
Yeah, see, I pick up things and then I can forward useful things to people that can do things with them.
Great, love that for us.
Right, I'm a reliquary of tiny facts. It is 104-44. The challenge continues in the back straightaway. Don't forget about the next Arizona Derby Dames home bout. That is a week from tonight.
Yeah,
a week from tonight, March 1st. It is the Runaway Brides versus the Doomsday Valkyries. Both currently 3-0 and fighting for the number 1 seed in the playoffs and the automatic berth into the title match in May.
Yeah, and I'm not biased about this game at all. I have no opinions about who is going to win.
That's right. I'm announcing all day long with Runaway Bride skaters.
Yeah.
So the fact
that's
that,
true.
anyway. So, no, very exciting. The Doomsday Valkyries, this is the first time they've had a chance to have an undefeated season, and all they got to do is beat a team that hasn't lost since before COVID existed. So, simple to get to the top of the mountain. But those two teams are going to fight. Like we said, Number 1 seed gets a free pass, basically gets a full 2-month break before the championship bout. It is a huge, huge advantage. So
I will also say, by the way, after that game, which is very exciting, you can watch our minor assaults,
Yes.
our junior program, and you can watch the amazing Crash, who's right next to me, skate with the juniors, the minors, on March 1st.
So we've got that reported in. Challenge unsuccessful from the infield after that discussion. So we are going to have a power jam for Tilted Thunder.
And there are 2 penalties on number 97, which I think is Slam and Amazon. No?
Yes.
Yes.
Slime and Amazon.
Well, wait, I don't know. Yes, okay. So I will say that would be the one person in my brain who I feel like has been in the box a fair amount.
This is Elaphobia at the jammer line for Tilted Thunder during this power jam.
But 3-3, so no one has a pack advantage, just kind of a slightly a light pack. Really great jammer vision from Ella. It looks like the LA skater put a foot in the infield, so Ella did not have to honor their position. Just got on and went. Yes, Ella, very nice work. Tilted Thunder, it's Tilted Thunder's turn to do a really great job keeping LA separated.
Yeah,
So
separated and keeping the pace just super slow. They're not giving up any ground at all with that goat at the back of the pack.
Ella
now,
was like, I got out on the high on the rail last time. Let's just try it again. Was not as successful for her this time.
yeah, that 2-wall really doing great work. At
Yeah,
the front of the
that's
pack there.
Chance and I want to say it's
Trying to
Egg.
get to they turn
Is that
around.
Egg?
It's not Jesus. It
It
is
is Egg.
All right, Ella finally able to fight through and get out
Yeah,
of the pack.
Ella.
Great
does
defense,
not-
though. Yeah,
Yeah, Ella seems like they know they don't have enough time.
right. Great defense at the front of the pack there, though, no, by Chance and Egg to keep that, eat up a lot of time off the clock.
I will say, as we're approaching the end of the second quarter, it really does seem to me that both teams have really kind of hit their stride. Like at the beginning of the game, it seemed like there was like some weird stuff happening, some walls not happening, and now it seems like everyone's kind of figured each other out. But it is a power jam now for LA.
It
The
is-
power jam pendulum swings the other way.
Right, so now we've got 55-15 Baby
Baby
V out
V.
there, yes.
And again, 1 penalty on each side. Baby V runs out right away. Amelia Bearhart getting goaded in the back. Ooh, but playing some great defense anyway.
So Baby V tries to go to the high side, now back to the inside to get clear. However, they ate a lot of time off the clock after Baby V had gotten out very quickly. That last Tilted Thunder blocker is in the next county at this point. Is still not going to be in play as Baby V works on by on a scoring
Yeah,
pass.
and Tilted Thunder, some of their skaters are still out of play.
Going to be closer anyway, but LA is completely focused on just keeping that goad back as far as possible. And able to get through with 5 seconds left on the clock. Not going to get back to the pack before the whistle blows.
They really tried, though.
Tried.
And I
very
love
much
that
tried.
hustle.
Yes, very much tried.
And also at this point, LA can afford to kind of run out the clock a little bit, so why not?
We'll check on the score. It's 15 points for LA on that power jam.
I-
119-54.
I see Amelia Bearhart in the box, and I would assume a stopping because I saw that with my eyeballs.
On the jammer line is All of You Die for Tilted Thunder.
And someone else for LA. 524. Oh my gosh, every time. It's Sonia Sotomayor. I really should know that off the top of my head, and I don't. Anyway.
Underway we go. Last jam of the first half.
And Sonia Sotomayor out so quickly. Oh, but some great offense from Night Mary to try to get Olive out, but there's a little bit of a pile up.
Everybody trying to get up there in the back straightaway. Olive back up on her skates. By the way, you said give her 10 minutes. It's been about 10 minutes.
Yeah, and now she's back and she's
Whatever,
doing
yeah,
it, and it's like nothing ever happened.
She broke her spine, but it's healed. Meanwhile,
That's
there
what
goes,
it's like being 19.
Right. Fighting around, trying to get through. There goes Sonia and is going to call it off.
And don't look now, but I think that's halftime.
It is. Here comes Ref Boyardee to let us know. We'll get the final score here momentarily. Final scoring of the half, I mean, not the final score.
Yeah, full games are long, huh? I was so
Yeah.
used to roller rage, and you're just going and you're going, and then the game's
right.
over.
4 points for LA to take us into halftime, so we'll step aside for 15 minutes. Your score at the moment, 123-54. LA is in front. Hey, don't forget the food truck outside should be open and serving. Dip out there during halftime or during our break before the third bout of the day. Your food truck today is SoCal Vibrations. SoCal Vibrations.
Also, I don't know if we've mentioned this yet. We do have our silent auction going on today, maybe, hopefully. Okay, we're about
All
to get
right.
back to the action, literally, like right
underway.
now.
Listen, we're up here listening to the eyes in the sky and Sandy
Yeah,
talk
we're
about
just-
skaters that get penalties and how Sandy's never been
And
ejected.
I'm not one of them.
Abby
I skate
Arsenic
very
only
clean.
got ejected once in 10 years of skating, and then we talk about how there's skaters where when they'd finish a bout without getting ejected, it was
You're
worth,
the party.
It was worth noting.
Yeah.
So and so won, but so and so finished the
Yeah.
bout.
By the way, Power Jam for LA
Yes.
to start the second half.
She deviled egg
She deviled
gets
egg
blocked.
almost clinging to that coping, but got hit to the low.
Yeah, full pack otherwise, all 9 skaters out there. And Egg finally gets those
There we
blockers out of
go.
play. Just got those blockers out of play. Good defense on the front end by that 3-wall of Tilted Thunder, though.
Tilted Thunder running the accordion. Oh, penetration gets in there.
Oh, look out.
Hey, if it works, it works.
And Egg weaves through those last couple of blockers and gets out. Got that last skater goaded right in front of us. That is Carnia Slata as Egg
Oh,
gets
very
blocked off.
nice
Yes,
hit
nice
by
block
Tori.
by Skeletori. One of those where just let the skater's momentum carry him even further out of bounds. However, Egg gets up and blocked again. Once again, good defense there on the front, but those blockers out of play and let Egg go. But good defense to possibly prevent another scoring pass out of She Deviled Egg.
By the way, Clifton did look at penalties during
Yeah.
halftime. We have 2 skaters who are sitting at 5 penalties, though one of them, I think penetration just fouled out because she was one of our friends who was at 5 and now she just got 2.
All right, well,
The other
penetration,
skater
yep,
who's in a little bit of risk is Amelia Bearhart on Tilted Thunder.
is also
at
sitting
5.
with 5. So yeah, so we have indeed had our first ejection, therefore. So penalty will be, penalty. Penny, I feel terrible that I just called her penalty. Penny.
Hey, if the shoe fits.
Oh,
you know.
terrible. Anyway,
Valley Hurl jamming, by the way, for LA. I forgot what their team was called for a second.
we got Dope jamming for Tilted Thunder and is trying to fight along the rail, using that rail as leverage, but that LA defender has skated tough. That's Oblivion Westwood.
Oh, Nightmare throwing a great hit. But Valley Hurl scores a full scoring pass and is going to go around for more.
Dope is up here now trying to get out.
And Dope gets through, so is going to hopefully force a call off. I hear someone at LA communicating to get points. And there we go. Running the clock out, calling it off, doing the thing.
We have an arms penalty coming in on 818.
And that means Skeletori has a power jam.
It is a power jam for Tilted Thunder. I see other penalties.
Yeah, number 32 had a stopping. That is someone. Honey Badger.
So Tori is off and running.
Oh, there we go. Tori getting by on the low. And again, LA doing a great job recycling. Tilted Thunder trying to run some accordion action.
Yeah, LA's got the advantage of having all 4 blockers out there, so plenty of bodies to get around in front of that jammer. Tori has taken the star off, but is still fighting to get out. Pivot is behind her at this point.
Tori is the queen of the star stash, though, so we'll see if she actually chooses to pass it. I mean, she's in a great position. Yes, there we go. Great position for a star
And
pass.
there we are, star pass forward. Taking over as jammer is number 57.
I think is that Skardu Valley?
That is Skardu Valley taking over as jammer. And
Ooh, and then Tori throwing a great offensive hit. Ooh. A little bit of a tumble, but I'm sure some points have been picked up.
4 seconds, 3 seconds to go in the jam. Skardu Valley is spinning around, trying to get those hips in front of as many skaters as possible before the clock expires. Listening in, seeing what penalties I can hear coming from the infield.
Five full points for Tilted Thunder. There we go. Oh, there we go. Not 6. That's not possible. But unfortunately, Tilted Thunder had a lot of penalties, a stopping, a directional. And Chance the Lapper is out lead right away, but All of You Die is not far behind them.
Olive about half track behind and catching up fast. So Chance, wow, right
Oh,
through the
Chance
pack.
scores a full scoring pass and then has beautiful jammer vision and awareness, and so then calls it off.
Yeah, excellent blocking by LA there to open a wide
Wait, Clifton, you have to be quiet.
Oh, yeah. Well, you don't have to be quiet. You can hear that all
That's
through the
fair.
arena.
I was like, we gotta listen for the
That's
thing.
right. That's Amelia Bearhart at the jammer line.
And Baby V for LA.
Only jammer that gives you an audible signal as to their presence.
Yeah, you're like, who is it? I don't know. Now you know. Wow, how fun. What a fun time.
I was going to say, Oblivion Westwood turning into a wacky waving inflatable arm flailing 2-person.
Oblivion Westwood doing a great job just playing some one-on-one defense. I forgot the word for defense for a second.
Baby V gets out for LA. Very staggered pack. Baby V is approaching, weaves up, weaves down, weaves up, and gets through the pack. That's a staggered pack. Baby V now heading around, still fighting at the back of the pack, is Amelia Bearhart. Now up into the rail, and then tried to play defense and just couldn't quite get there. That would have been a heck of a collision.
Baby V runs into their own blocker.
And that's Hannah Roll Lecturer taking Baby V down to the infield. Good blocking here out of those two on the front of the pack for Tilted Thunder. And Baby V calls it off after getting through that scoring pass.
I think something that's worth acknowledging about Tilted Thunder, if you're not as familiar with this team, is that they don't have a permanent space for their bank track. So they don't practice on the bank track.
Correct.
And so I think that it does make it difficult for them to be able to run as cohesive of a strategy, right? Because they just don't get to practice it as often.
Right, yeah, understood. You can practice on the flat. It's a different thing.
Yeah,
when you're
like
not
you can
fighting
practice the same
gravity.
rules, but the physics are working against you. Speaking of Tilted Thunder, we've got All of You Die on the jammer line. And that is Slam and Amazon.
All right, another
for
penalty
LA.
come in very late, and that led to an official timeout.
Yeah, so it looks like number 818 got an above shoulders and a skating out of bounds, which I think is Valley Hurl. We had Bucket also got a low block, and then okay. I was like,
Hannah
the name
Roll.
is wrong. It's Hannah Roll Lecture. This is
Yes.
Hannah Ball Lecture, and I was very confused by that. Okay, well, we're just going to say Hanny, because that's what we call our Hanny, and I got told that that's what they call you. So Hanny is
Perfect.
also in the box. A very penalty-heavy jam all around, except for, yes, okay.
All right,
I
so
couldn't see Bucket for a second, but there they are.
only 2 blockers for LA. Once again, this is All of You Die for Tilted Thunder
And Slam and Amazon,
96-97.
96-97. I remember that it's Slam and Amazon because if I think it looks like Slappy, it's Slam and Amazon.
There you go. It's those announcer mnemonic devices. I'm telling you, shorts and socks, man. Anyway, there we go. Both jammers out. Olive's in front.
Olive is a very fast jammer, though.
Yeah,
we'll
but
see
look
what
at
she
this.
can do.
I was going to say Slam and Amazon was right there with Olive. Plenty
I
fast.
will
also.
say nothing about that because I have no idea what just happened, points-wise.
Yeah, let's find out. Olive gets 2.
2-2?
2-2.
2-2?
2 for both sides. Yeah, I was gonna say Slam and I keep wanting to say Slam and Samurai, but that's not.
That's not even
No,
anything.
that's not even a person. No, it's not. Slam. I don't know why
That's
I keep wanting
nothing.
to say that. Well, it's like when yeah. Anyway, never mind.
Wait,
Slam
there's a
and
flag.
Amazon.
Flag on the play. I really love how Crash was doing a little dance as they. A little chit chat. Because of the ghost points, they had to get 3. It would have been physically impossible for them to get 2 because LA had 2 skaters in the box.
Right there
So
we go.
actually, Tilted
Perfect.
Thunder ended up just a little bit ahead.
Yeah, we had Crash up here doing a full color guard routine. So
Yeah.
look out.
Fun fact about me is I was in Color Garden High School, and I feel like that is both on brand and off brand.
Yeah, but see, the thing I played sousaphone. I had to learn how to twirl a flag for a thing we did one day where everybody changed instruments.
Yeah.
They thought it'd be funny to have the tubas twirl flags, and we did.
And it was funny, I'm sure.
It was funny, but we did amazing.
Oh, I'm proud
man,
of
we
you.
did amazing. I mean, like, I could still twirl one. Like, we
A lot
actually
of
took it
penalties, by the
serious.
way, and I didn't say any of them. Most of them were directional blocks. I'm so sorry. Bucket is out like right away, but Skeletori is coming.
Bucket's going to try to put the hammer down and get back to the pack. Look at Bucket really getting into it, coming out of the corner. Going to get up here to the pack, up to the high side, racing along, and furiously calls it off.
That
To
is
my
another
eye-
jam where they are really trying to make those jam refs and eyes in the skies work hard.
I was going to say, to my eye, I feel like
I will not speculate.
I feel like, what do we got?
By the way, number 57 got an arms. That is Stardew Valley. Nightmare is on the jammer line, and she's going to jam real clean.
And that was a
that's
clean
Egg.
call off, by the way. I'd like to point that out.
Yeah.
All four, and then none for Tilted
Yeah,
Thunder.
really good
Perfectly
jammer
timed.
vision.
Yes.
Egg is jamming for LA, by the way. That's why I was saying that's Egg, not just because I'm hungry.
Right. Egg is going to be right. And now we got both jammers out once
there we go,
again.
there we go.
And down the back straightaway, Egg is able to keep the front. Mary to the inside.
Oh,
Mary
Mary's
almost got
Mary's
there.
trying.
To get there. Mary is now going to try to catch up to the pack and collides
Mary,
with the
Mary
blocker.
fall.
Mary runs into Chance the Lapper. Chance makes sure Mary's all right, and they're okay. Man, excellent jammer races just coming out of this. This has been a lot of fun.
Nightmare is a aged up minor assault. So she's one of those people that even though she's young, she's 18, she's been skating for a very long time. Unfortunately, Mary did pick up a penalty. I'm going to assume it's for blocking after the play. This is a legal block. And so I'm assuming it's because she fell into Chance at the end.
Yeah, that would be, I would agree with that.
Thank you.
My amateur eye tells me that.
I'm also,
so.
we're all amateurs here.
Well,
By the way, it's Valley Hurl jamming for LA.
Yeah, otherwise a full pack out there.
Oh,
Valley
beautiful.
Hurl spins
A beautiful
around.
little
Nice.
move from
Gets
Valley
clear.
Hurl.
The bench really likes that. Big cheer from the bench. So now the LA offense is going to hold up a goat at the back of the pack.
Yeah, it's a full pack, by the way, besides that one jammer penalty, right? Other than that, last jam was clean.
Catching up to the pack, trying to. Oh, wow, big
my
collision
gosh.
right in front of
Valley
us.
Hurl is just wrecking.
Just trucked over Hannah Roll Lecturer right in front of us. This LA pack in front of us right here has the double goat at the back, as Sandy mentioned. And that front took the Thunder blocker, I believe, is still out of play. And was not. I believed incorrectly. They were still in play there at the very end of things and able to deliver
I
a
don't.
block.
I'm going to be real, Clifton. I don't think they were. I heard the ref call out of play.
Fair.
I think perhaps they hit the jammer anyway.
It would appear that could be the case based on penalties. Do we have one,
Let's
two, three?
see.
We got, there we go. There
yeah,
goes one.
there is a blocking out of play on the board. But I will actually say I saw another moment that looked like a blocking out of play to me. But again, I am not a referee. It's Sonia Sotomayor on the jammer line for LA, by the way.
All of you die for Tilted Thunder. So Tilted Thunder now, only 2 blockers out there.
Number 180 picked up 3 penalties last jam, it looks like. That is La Katrina. Unfortunate.
So we got both jammers out. Sonia is out first. Olive is going to be gaining ground quickly, was almost a quarter track behind. Now is going to force another race up to the pack and call off with the pursuit.
LA doing a really great job keeping that tasty, tasty point in the back.
So Olive, no points on the pursuit that time. We've got
Hanny on the jammer line for Tilted Thunder. And Oblivion Westwood.
that was 3 points in for LA. Let's see what we've got here. Looks like we've got 3 and 3. Blocker wise?
No.
No?
There are it's 4 and 4, but there's just a lot of really low down people.
Yeah.
It was a completely clean jam, guys.
I know, right?
Let's
big
make
collision.
some noise for skating clean. Thank you to the one person who did.
Hannah Roll Lecturer gets out and is your lead jammer for Tilted Thunder.
Hanny has great shorts too, by the way. Oh my gosh, a beautiful cut on the low by Hanny. Like lateral cut, not.
And Hanny gets back up on the track, had gotten up, established herself, then
That was
jumped
very
out on the infield
stressful.
and ran around and got back up behind somebody else. So let's check on the legality of said action.
Yeah, that was odd.
And
But we'll see. No, jammer penalty.
Yeah, I was going to say, looking for a seat in the penalty box. I'm pretty
Here
sure you
is
couldn't
what
do
I
that
would
one.
think is that it kind of looked like stopping to me. Like
Okay.
they ran the track.
Could be. We got Ella coming down. They're letting
Separating
Ella know to
friends.
sit.
Separating Chance and Ella. It was not meant to be.
So Chance calls out.
Chance
kind
has to do another power. That's funny. Unfortunate for them. And then Chance has to skate another game after this. And it was a stopping on that jammer, by the way, so I would assume when they reestablished that, a little spin move by Chance just for funsies. Some skips and some hops. LA just seems like they're having a good time now, and why not?
Chance catching up to the pack and is going to get past the first wave of blockers.
Oh,
and then
no. How
gets
embarrassing
clipped.
for
Yeah,
them.
long tumble down to the infield, has to get up and reestablish.
That was a joke because I love them.
They go to
Also, I fall all the time. I fall constantly.
tightly bunched pack. Good block by Dope right there in the middle of the pack to deliver Chance the Rapper to the infield. You've got Elaphobia out there as well, who jumped out there on defense after being sent down as the jammer. 4 seconds, 3 seconds to go. Chance is going to finish that scoring pass just as the clock expires.
In exchange for being mean, I'm going to tell a very embarrassing story about myself. The other day, I was sitting on like a rolling chair, like a stool that rolls, and I fell off of it, and I had the most massive bruise I've ever had in my life. Not because of roller derby, but because I fell off of a rolling chair. I fall all the time.
Oh, we're going to have a timeout. Yeah, I was going to say, look out. Rolling chair is dangerous.
Yeah. I know, and then I told this story at Bride's practice on Tuesday, and Ash was like, well, you should have known not to stand on a rolling chair. And I said, I was not standing on it. I was sitting on it, as you do with chairs.
Official timeout is what it ended up being. So 1:18 to go in the third quarter. 192-67. LA is in front. Don't forget, during the break between this and the next bout, which will start about an hour after this one ends, you can go outside and treat yourself to our food truck option today. That is SoCal Vibrations. Fantastic, wonderful SoCal, you know what I'm talking about, fish tacos, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. And
Yeah, so anyways,
if you haven't yet, by the way, check out our snack bar / merch booth.
Also
There is
true.
cold brew coffee there today.
That's right.
I've had some. It's very good. It was actually donated to us, by the way. Delicious. Tamison, is this?
Tamosan, it looks like.
Tam-o-san. But there's a pronunciation guide on the cup.
Oh, good.
And it looks like Tam-o-sin to me. And I appreciate that because I would have guessed otherwise. Oh my gosh, wait, no, bring the whiteboard back. Bring it back. Whiteboard, please. Because there's a lot of things on that whiteboard. If I could see the whiteboard again. No, that's okay.
Yeah, they can't really hear us on the infield.
They're busy. Oh, can I see the whiteboard? Please?
Oh, almost.
Thank you. Yay. Wow. Okay. So every person who was on the track for red got a penalty. So I think we should have 2 muskates is what it looks like. But there's 3 skaters on the track. So I don't know. I don't know what's happening.
Now they got one down. There goes. Yep.
There's a lot of stuff. But I really appreciate you showing me that
Yes.
whiteboard again.
And also one I could see, which was a stopping penalty on Sheezus. So
Oh,
Sheezus now
no,
sitting in the penalty box.
Jesus.
All right, Skeletori, as we said, and then that is going to be Bucket for Los Angeles.
And Bucket gets out on the low, but Skeletori is right behind. Hey, this could be a very great penalty kill by Tilted Thunder.
Bucket catching up to the pack, up to the high side, and calls it off before hitting the rail. So a lot of good jammer action here in the
Yeah,
last couple of
I
jams.
have no
Both
idea
jammers
how many
getting out
points
at
that would
once.
be. And that's why I don't do that.
So now setting up to jam is going to be Nightmare for Tilted Thunder.
And Slam and Amazon for LA. It looks like perhaps no points either side in that last jam.
Yep.
So it seems like a great penalty kill by Tilted Thunder, but unfortunately now they're still down 2 because they had 2 must skates. So they had to skate, and now they're sitting their penalty. Oh, but Nightmare gets out lead even though
Right.
they're down 2.
Right along the inside, they're going into the corner. Excellent work by Nightmare to get clear. Jammer for Los Angeles out as well. Slamming Amazon.
And it looks like LA is trying to keep their points away. And then Mary hits the pack and then calls it off. Good job, Mary.
Saw Mary kind of bounce off a blocker and then turn around to get those hips in front of,
Yeah,
hopefully, in front of some
hopefully,
skaters.
and also hopefully she skates clean, or else. No,
1 point.
no.
1 point for Mary.
Mary, you better not get a penalty. 1 point. No penalty. Skated clean. I saw 25 and I got very confused. But 25 isn't Mary.
Yes.
It's Amelia Bearhart got a failure to reform. And then a stopping on number 313. That is hawk blocked. Oh, and Oblivion Westwood gets out right away, but Tori is right behind her because this is a very light pack, 3-on-2.
Quarter clock has expired, so this will take us to the quarter break as Oblivion Westwood is right up to the pack and calls it off.
Beautiful. A beautiful call off by Oblivion Westwood. Good
Those
job.
blockers for Tilted Thunder were ready to open the door for Skeletori, though, so
Yeah,
Oblivion
she had to call it
Westwood,
off that fast, or else things would have gotten weird.
Indeed, quarter break. It is currently 196 to 68. Los Angeles is in front. We'll step aside for 5 minutes. You're listening to Chingadera 2025.
Wow.
Watching Chingadera 2025.
Yeah.
Zoned out and thought I was a radio announcer.
That's
for a
okay.
moment.
Which, actually, speaking of watching Chingadera 2025, hopefully they did not cut to the quartered thing and you can hear me. Shout out to the Tilted Thunder fans having a watch party in Seattle. How fun. Thank you for supporting our stream. Anyway, we are back to the action. Up here in the announcer's booth, we're talking about delightful textures. Just so you know, just an update. And
I like that it was described as, the texture is soft, like malleable. I'm like,
It
yes,
is.
thank you. You are a teacher.
That-
Thank you for using the word malleable in conversation.
a $5 word for you right there. Chance the Lapper is on the jammer line for for LA. And all of you die for Tilted Thunder.
We have Olive bouncing around, held back in the back of the pack as Chance gets free at the front of the pack. Yeah, again, that LA defense just recycling. I mean, so good at getting another block. There's always another blocker out there. Never
And,
done.
ooh, Olive just hops, skips, and jumps right past Jesus.
So now Chance mid-pack, looking around.
And falls again. And Chance calls it off. It looked like in enough time to keep Tilted Thunder scoreless.
So we will look around.
Wait. Okay,
we
continue.
That is Amelia Bearhart for Tilted Thunder.
And that is Valley Hurl for LA. Their jersey says a different name on it, and it confuses me, but here we are. Ooh, a beautiful offensive sweep by Jezahel right off the line. That was very nice. Allows Valley Hurl to just kind of weave right through.
Amelia Bearhart is going to get up to the high side, using that rail as leverage, trying to get past, but Oblivion Westwood is there and is not letting Amelia through. Down to the inside, Friendly Fire takes out one of her own blockers, and that opens a path.
I think Tilted Thunder started focusing so much on offense that they were not quite walled up and ready to go for Valley Hurl. Baby V trying to throw a hit to play some offense.
Your Tilted Thunder jammer was out and hanging her head because the track monster just reached up and touched
Gonna be
someone.
honest, I didn't even notice.
Yeah, it happens. I would look back to see where she was, and there was nobody, and then I saw a smiling face come up and a shrug at the audience.
Yeah, who knows?
That does happen. Track monster is hungry. Track monster doing early duty.
It is, yeah. She doubled egg on the jammer line for LA.
Track monster usually nocturnal in this part of the country, however, is known to come out in the daytime if provoked.
Okay. Elaphobia on the jammer line for Tilted Thunder.
That's she-deviled egg for Los Angeles.
I did
already
say that while you were vamping about the track monster.
Yeah, I know. Coming around now, down through the first corner. Elaphobia down to the inside was going to try to get up and play jammer defense, but got blocked again.
Yeah, Tilted Thunder is really at a big pack disadvantage. They have two blockers in the box, and it looks like LA has a full set of blockers out there.
Elaphobia kind of tiptoes over a fallen LA defender, but runs into two more blockers again. That fallen defender gets up and recycles in front of them one more time. So
I will say the two Tilted Thunder blockers who are out there are doing a really amazing job. That's dope and nightmare-y. They're really holding egg in. Ooh, and now it is LA's turn to have a very penalty-heavy jam. So it looks like a blocking out of play and a failure to reform. Not quite sure what on who.
However, it is going to be a power jam. We are going to have a power jam. We had 305 for LA handing the star over. That was going to be jamming for one of the first times Gandalf the Cray, but handing it over to Chance the Lapper to do the power
that's Baby
jam
V.
instead.
That is Baby V. They both do the thing where they get so low that you can't see their number.
Right, there you go.
A directional block on Elaphobia, which is unfortunate because I feel like that's not a penalty you get a lot as a jammer, but I think it was when Ella kind of switched to play some jammer defense.
Yeah, definitely. So, small pack then for Los Angeles on this power jam, but Baby V is going to get out on the early going. We've got Oblivion Westwood is trying to set up as a one-person goad holder at the back of the pack.
I mean, the thing is, in this situation, it's the maximum amount of people from both teams, so it works.
So that three wall at the front of the pack now for Tilted Thunder is trying to hold in Baby V. That blocker gets kind of escorted down to the infield, and they are finally able to get that three wall out of play, holding that blocker in at the back of the pack. That's Oblivion Westwood, and once again, that is Gandalf the Cray out there for Los Angeles doing good work. Baby V up to the pack, runs up into a 2 wall of blockers. Now a 3
Ooh,
wall.
a
Everybody
rough
down.
pile up.
Everybody down to the infield. That's going to run the rest of the time off the clock here as Baby V takes a moment to get up. Nodding, telling everybody she's all right, getting back up. We'll check on the score from the infield.
Ooh, a lot of penalties on red. Tori got 2. Skeletori, number 19, got a blocking out of play and a stopping. Unfortunate. Sad.
Now that
Chance.
is
Now it is Chance. Yeah,
now
for
it's
sure.
Chance the lapper, and that is going to be all of you die for Tilted Thunder. Just under 10 minutes to go here in regulation. And there we
Ooh.
go.
A cheeky little jammer race.
Chance turns around to chat with Olive as they call it off. That was fun. So 2 very quick skaters. Quick
Yeah,
jam is
I
over.
would not want to get in a jammer race with Olive.
Probably not, no. And I think Chance knows that as well.
That's Scardew Valley on the jammer line for Tilted Thunder and Valley Hurl for LA. I just now in the 4th quarter, now I know who the skaters are. Perfect timing for me. This is the only
That's what
game
I
I'm
always
announcing
say
this
in
season.
tournaments, you know, the first time you announce them, it just by the time you get to the 4th quarter, you're just about ready.
Well, and both of these teams have a fair amount of new faces.
Yeah, absolutely.
So they're the people I know, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh my goodness, I don't know you.
Scardew Valley got tangled up kind of in the legs of a downed LA skater, then gets blocked off, was almost clear and almost out. Meanwhile, Chance the Lapper. Sorry, that's not Chance the Lapper, that is Valley Hurl. Got through the pack and is coming around for a second scoring attempt. We have the star stashed by Tilted Thunder. Stardew Valley has it in her hand. Oblivion Westwood is just a 1-skater wrecking crew at the back of this pack. Valley Hurl finishes that scoring pass. 8 seconds to go on the clock. And Valley Hurl's going to try to get some more points here for LA, catching up to the pack. Slows down to weave through and got through at least some of the skaters there.
Sorry, I got distracted. I was just watching roller derby for a little bit.
Right.
Man, there have been a lot of multiple penalty jams multiple penalties on one skater and one jam this game.
Yes. I was going to say, I'm not sure if anybody else has fouled out at the moment. I know penetration has left the inside of
Amelia
the track.
Bearhart has to be close. By the way, that's She Doubled Egg on the jammer line for LA. And Dope for Tilted Thunder. Night Mary doing a great job taking Egg to the infield.
And
Allophobia.
running around the outside.
Ooh, slow and She Doubled Egg out. Dope is lead for the second time at least.
She Devil Egg almost got clear for LA. Excellent blocking.
A very
on the front
nice
there.
2-wall of Allophobia and Night Mary.
Very
as a
well
strong
done.
wall. Egg is kind of just playing some jammer defense now. It seems like they're walling up.
Now getting through, Night Mary to the front of the pack. However, She Doubled Egg able to get down to the inside and get the advantage on Night Mary and get through. Back to the pack here. That means that we have a call off from Dope. Gets helped up there by Jane Woe after coming off the track. Heard a directional block on 97 for LA.
And I did also hear, say that's 6. So Slam Amazon's got to be at 6 penalties. But, there's only 6 minutes left of the game, 7 minutes left. It's fine.
Yeah.
That's Baby V on the jammer line for LA.
Skeletori on the jammer line for Tilted Thunder. I've been laughing because there was a couple of blockers that were jostling for position and trying to get their skates in front of one another.
Baby V really doing a nice job getting out.
Tori out as well, at the length of the straightaway behind. So Baby V is going to try to get back to the pack and has 1 scoring attempt. And gets around the back blocker. Did not call it off yet. Tori catches the pack. Baby V calls it off mid-pack at the front of the pack. I hear a team timeout being called in by the Tilted Thunder bench, so we will address that as we address the score.
I will say, I was just going to say, like, I know at least in RDCL, and at least here at AZDD, we have the tendency to, like, always call things off before someone else can get points, or at least attempt. That's the goal. But I know that there are a lot of places, a lot of rule sets, and even teams where that's not always the strategy. In this moment, perhaps clock management is more important. LA has to skate another game after this, like right after this, so they might just be playing of like, hey, if we keep this jam going, it's more of a break for the people who are currently on the bench.
Yeah,
who knows?
Entirely possible. Ended up being
I'm getting a thumbs up from whom?
Castro, apparently.
Oh, okay. Castro's like, Sandy knows something about roller derby, at least one thing.
Right. I was gonna say, I do love that. I do love having Castro, who knows all the rules, and then he's the coach of the Valkyries. And I'm fond of saying he definitely knows exactly how far the rules will bend.
Yeah, and I will say sometimes when Al is here, and Al often sits like right there. When I say something and I see Al nodding, I'm like, I have said the right thing. Good for me. Chance the Lapper is doing another power jam. Is this just your job now? You only power all the time for Chance, and then they have to skate another game after this.
Yeah. Full pack, though. No other skaters down, so all 4 blockers out there for Tilted Thunder. We're under 6 minutes to go in regulation. Chance kind of jumping back and forth, little jab step, trying to get around Ellaphobia. Ella.
And Nightmare doing a great job taking Chance to the rail. And Chance is going to keep doing their little skip. Do a backflip. Do a backflip. Do a barrel roll. No, that's okay.
Ellaphobia.
Ooh, sneaks past Ella. Very nice. Oh.
Wow, hard block there. Yeah. That was Nightmare, and then that was 67 for Tilted Thunder, who I haven't.
Yeah, 67 is Crybaby Kingpin.
Crybaby Kingpin. That was a heck of a hit right there. Knocked Chance the Lapper directly backwards. And again with the good defense, and a cheer down here from along. I want to say
perhaps was that Lightning or Hood?
It was
one of the two.
One of the two cheering for Nightmare and AZDD.
And their teammate.
Yeah, that's right. Also correct, as Chance finishes off that scoring pass, but visibly winded,
and
I would say.
Perhaps hey, Reffy. The clock was at 0 for a while, but there is clearly there is a discrepancy between the scoreboard and the clock on the infield. It happens.
Yeah, we're good. Official timekeeper down there showing us what is going on. All right. We've got Hannah see, I almost did
Hannah Lecturer. And I think that's Bucket.
That is Bucket, number 39.
I just heard someone from the infield say she wants you to hit her really loud, which is probably true. Ooh, a very penalty-heavy jam for Tilted Thunder.
Yeah, once again, there's a lot of penalties.
A lot, and multiple on several people, stoppings and blocking out of play generally.
We're ready to go. Almost an OTO, however.
Some things are happening. Who knows?
All right, we are underway. Hannibal Lecturer along the inside, Bucket able to outrun Ellaphobia to the end of the pack and get clear.
Hanny's really fighting against a strong wall, and it looks like LA might be playing 2-0, 2D kind of strategy. But Hanny gets out.
And Bucket calls it off with Hanny having exited the pack. Big cheer from Hanny having forced the call off.
Yes, forcing the call off against a very big pack discrepancy. 4-2, that's a rough time out there.
No, very good. So we'll be at about 4 minutes to go in regulation when this jam starts. That's going to be Jane Woe once again, your captain for LA.
And that is Skeletori for Tilted Thunder. A penalty on each side. We're good. Hopefully, if you're watching the stream at home, I feel like our wonderful, wonderful whiteboard operator has been doing an amazing job showing the stream the whiteboard, so hopefully you can pick up on that at home. Skeletori takes a wonderful jersey whip off Mary and gets out. Mary's trying to keep a point in the back, and so is, and that's Scardu Valley.
LA trying to break clear. You've got right in front of us once again. That's Nightmare with a great block on the pivot. It was pivot on pivot. Nightmare with a good block to try to keep that pivot back in the pack. That was
Sonia Sotomayor.
Yeah.
Now I know.
Right.
But I will say that's one of those situations, unfortunately, where there were Tilted Thunder people like way far in the back. And so by the time Tori would hit the point that Mary was saving, then perhaps the other jammer would have also been scoring points. Jane Woe does get a cut.
I was
No
going to
idea
say,
where.
at the moment we had no jammer, but we have figured it out, and stunningly, Tilted Thunder has decided to field the point scorer. No, I'm kidding. We got it sorted out. That's All of You Die taking over as jammer for this power jam for Tilted Thunder with about 3 minutes to go in regulation. Olive down to the infield, full pack otherwise, so all those LA defenders, you can see those white helmets all bobbing around in there. They're pretty easy to spot. Fighting to get through is Olive, and still down to the infield.
And doing, they have been all game long, doing a great job recycling.
Yeah, the recycling is like, that's like running a clinic on that. You can just see how there's always somebody out there. There's always another blocker, no matter what. Olivia Westwood has been all over the track with the blocking, obviously. Like I've said before, has been a one-skater wrecking crew throughout this bout. Olive now forced to the outside by Bucket, still trying to get through. Has a blocker friend now, that's Tori. 7 seconds to go. The LA defense is going to keep this from being any points on the board. We have an official jammer for 2 seconds. However, great defense by Los Angeles, and Al Annihilate is going to tell you to cheer for defense, please.
I don't think Al is currently in the building.
Well, either way.
But I'm sure she would be telling you that if she was here.
That is right. Excellent power jam defense. Excellent penalty kill by Los Angeles, and an emphatic point here late in the fourth quarter.
Nightmare did get a penalty, unfortunately.
We've got Hannah Roll Lecturer and
Slammin' Amazon.
And Slammin' Amazon one more time.
Slammin' Amazon is out in turn 1. But Hanny is also out. Gonna force that jammer call off again.
Hanny's on the pursuit. Slammin' Amazon is going to catch up to the pack first. Couple of skaters back there. Wow,
ooh,
look at that along the coping.
Beautiful, beautiful lateral cut by Slammin' Amazon.
Very good move by Slammin' Amazon on the coping. 4 points for Los Angeles. We are now looking at listening to the infield, and there we did indeed have a penalty on the jammer for Tilted Thunder, so it'll be a power jam for Los Angeles. And this is going to be Gandalf the Cray, and this time they're going to let Gandalf do the jamming.
Giving Chance a break from a power jam for once.
Indeed. LA only has the two. Well, they got 3, excuse me. I had another low skater out there, so Gandalf the Cray is going to get to the front of the pack and runs into a blocker there. Gets a blocker assist.
I got a text from Alan Alhecha right now saying that she's watching the stream at home and
Good.
She was cheering for defense.
Good.
So
Good.
someone was cheering
Thank
for
you.
defense, and
That's
that's all
right.
that matters.
That's right. Al Annihilate says Al Annihilate is cheering for defense. It just got
this
so
just in,
meta.
hot off the presses.
This
Al
got
is happy.
so meta. My goodness. Anyways, meanwhile, I was gonna say that's viewer interaction right there. Just texted one of the hosts.
Why not?
Thank
you.
you. Meanwhile, back here, there's more defense to talk about. This
Yeah.
is
some really nice defense from Tilted Thunder this time.
yeah. We're at 13 seconds left and getting back up on the track, and Gandalf the Cray is going to call it off.
Calling it to get an extra jam, bonus derby.
It would appear to be
because
so.
they called it with enough game clock time yet. Left words. Ooh, 3 penalties on number 818. Valley Hurl. I do think Valley Hurl might be ejected now because that's a lot of penalties, dude. That's a lot.
Meanwhile, we did have time for one more regulation time jam. It was a 2-point power jam, so again, great defense by Tilted Thunder.
Ooh, big pile
wow,
up in
look
turn
out.
1.
NASCAR wreck, a bunch of people getting collected down there.
And then round 2, another kind of wild tumble.
Yeah, definitely. We may be out of regulation time, but we're not out of hits. I'll tell you what, they are still fighting.
That is Sonia Sotomayor out lead, but Skeletori is about half a track behind, but catching up fast.
So Sonia, as we mentioned, last regulation jam, Sonia gets up into the pack and calls it off. All right, we will check on the provenance of penalties and the final tallying of points here.
I'm hoping for a penalty jam, personally.
We're always hoping for that. We always like free bonus
It
derby.
looks like there's a penalty on each side, which will mean no penalty jam, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, I heard a red, so we will wait for the official word.
Gonna wait for a referee to come yell at us again.
Head referee Bender B. Rodriguez is checking in with Mama Seidel, who's the penalty tracker. They're all looking. They're going to make it official. Now, still looking.
Referee's
Still
just
checking.
sitting down. Referee's just chilling. Referee's about to take a nap.
There it is. Final whistle, and your second bout of Chingadera 2025 comes to a close. Victorious is the LA Derby Dolls X. 261-74 over Tilted Thunder Roller Derby.
A very, very fun game to watch. What an enjoyable time. I want to give one final shout out to all of the Tilted Thunder fans watching at home or at their watch party. Thank you so much for tuning in on our live stream. I have been asked to give a special shout out to Mr. Hart because he is texting shenanigans in Seattle. So
The fans
thank
that
you
come
so
on
much.
down. Tilted Thunder, LA lined up for the
Yeah.
high five line first. So there's Tilted Thunder coming around first. Excellent game, and we always love them having traveled down here to see us. As Sandy mentioned, they don't have a permanent home for their bank track and still come down here and are absolutely competitive whenever they travel.
And
then-
also just some of the nicest people I've ever skated against.
Also correct.
I
yeah.
always have such an amazing time skating
Right.
against them. It's just always a fun time, very pleasant time.
Yep, they just like LA, they brought officials too to help us out.
Yes,
So,
and
yeah,
we are very, very
absolutely.
thankful for that.
So Los Angeles heading on around as well.
And we have a fair amount of time in between now and our next game. So our next game is going to be LA again versus Midway Magic, who you saw this morning. So please stick around. But we've got probably like an hour.
1 hour, yeah, an hour. If you're here in the arena, like we said, check out Vendor Village. Food trucks outside, snack bar
Merch,
is open.
snack bar, all
Track
that
down
good stuff.
Mimi Mahler.
Did you say silent auction?
Silent auction
Silent
is available?
auction?
Yeah, get down to Vendor Village.